There's nothing good about them, and they are running the show here. No matter what anyone tells you about friendly aliens going to help us advance and transcend this, it's bullshit.
You've no doubt heard the old saying, politics makes strange bedfellows. Well, it also makes for some pretty strange family ties. Listen to this. It turns out that one of President Obama's toughest critics is actually his cousin. Claire Shipman shakes the family tree.
The story of a 7th grader from Salinas who claims to have made a major discovery about President Obama. She and her grandfather say that President Obama is related to all but one U.S. president. We get more tonight from Action News reporter Felix Cortez, who's live in our Salinas newsroom.
Well, Dan, the youngster spent the summer, really all summer, tracing the family tree of our presidents. Her conclusion that all the presidents, with the exception of one, share the same grandfather.
Well, first we start off with George Washington at the top, and then it goes to John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
11-year-old Bridget Dovigneau says she's made a first-of-its-kind discovery that President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they're all cousins, and they're grandsons of John Lackland.
Dovigneau says she spent countless hours on the internet over the summer researching the lineage of our presidents, a project that started with her trying to trace her own family tree.
If you have a child, and they 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 have a child,
Like names change.
all she's saying is this guy is the great, 25th, 27th, depending on what line it is. He created all this family. So do I believe it? Yes. It's hard, but it's true.
You come from a family that people have described it as Illuminati family. Mm-hmm. Is that how you would describe it?
That's not how I would describe it in the same way. I'll be honest. I think it's just a popular catchphrase that a lot of people are borrowing into. Now, I come from a family that they believe they are descendants of the old gods. That's the best way to say it. That they believe that they are carriers of a seed line that gives them the divine right to rule. And that is what gives them justification spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, scientifically to dominate the lesser species known as humans. Humans literally means a lesser species of man. And they do not believe they are a human in the same way. They believe they are something other than. And that's descendants of this hierarchical ruling species that is from the celestial realm that descended in the days of Jared and came down and procreated with the daughters of men, and that they still trace their seed line back to Gilgamesh, till Nimrod. And so this is what the dynastic families believe they have, is a superiority in their genetics on one side and the ability to commune with the divine. And so their children are progenitors of these, some might call them abreactions, mutations, these skills, psychic abilities, that kind of stuff, all variants of it. And so they raise up their children in this path with which involves a tremendous amount of shattering of the soul and the identity, so that there's compartmentalization within, and it allows them the ability to train their child up in a way that makes them conducive towards the family. I call them the family. That's what I called them. You know, it's a better word for mafia than anything else.
When you look at the bloodlines of all these secret societies and these groups, everything's always bloodline oriented. And the reason they get bloodline oriented is because it's a serpent seed bloodline they're protecting. Because with serpent seed bloodline, you can do particular things. It's a different seed than Yah's seed through Adam. It's a different seed. And so you're gonna see when you open up your eyes and become awake to what this New World Order is, what the Illuminati is, so you can grasp the idea that the Illuminati is dominated by 13 bloodline families. Bloodlines. They protect that bloodline. They intermarry with the bloodlines to protect that bloodline. When you look at the mafia, what do you see? A very bloodline-protected organization. Why? Because they're serpent seed. They protect that Italian serpent seed bloodline. And not all Italians are serpent seed, but the mafia protects a certain bloodline. And it's only people that have that particular bloodline in the mafia that can become bosses.
We always called each other good fellas. Like you'd say to somebody, you're gonna like this guy, he's alright. He's a good fella, he's one of us. You understand? We were good fellas, wise guys. But Jimmy and I could never be made because we had Irish blood. It didn't even matter that my mother was Sicilian. To become a member of a crew, you've got to be 100% Italian so they can trace all your relatives back to the old country.
And all very tied into the Vatican, as are all the Illuminati families tied into the Vatican. That protects all. They probably keep it all in their little vault in the Vatican. They keep everything, all the genealogies, and you know how these serpents are. But anyway, the CIA is no different. That's why you'll see many intelligence agencies. It's a generational thing. It's a family thing.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Tell me about your royal connections.
You know, she refuses to acknowledge it.
Is she not acknowledging it,
No.
Kate? Is she just not having it?
I don't know what's happening, but I'm not invited to any of the holiday affairs, nothing.
Right.
Supposedly, someone did my charts, my whatever, the lineage, and I am related to Kate Middleton. She is my 14th cousin, twice removed.
Okay, that's close enough.
I think so.
It's
not like 3 times removed. It's twice removed. So, and I'm related to Madonna and Halle Berry, and both of them embrace it.
Brad Pitt is a cousin to these guys.
Now, where Hollywood's involved, the CIA, President, Oval Office. Obama and Brad Pitt are cousins, 9th cousins to be precise.
Yeah.
On the campaign trail last year, it emerged that the two share a common ancestor, Edward Hinkman, who died in Virginia. Is that part of the Hinckley family?
Yeah, that comes
what
from
the F
So they're
is
all, so
happening
basically,
right
Judge,
now?
they're all
Part of the
connected.
Virginia
So no
Hinkleys.
matter what, these guys they run the show and they're all connected.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.